All right, another week, another bourbon.
We're back.
Happy 4th.
Love your hat.
Thank you. This is my.
Is that vintage?
This is very vintage. This is my wife's grandfather's hat.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, and when he passed away, and all the assets were starting to get dispersed, I was like, I want the hat.
The hat. Just give me the hat.
Yeah, just give me the hat. So.
I like that hat.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about what we wanted to do today.
Okay.
And I was thinking America, the West,
Love it.
and realized that we haven't done a solid entry in the bourbon world.
Yes.
High West Distillery.
Love High West.
Love High West. All their stuff is incredible, and it's all like
Park City.
Park City. It's super affordable.
Very
And,
affordable. You can find them. Great skiing. Love everything about that place.
Yeah. Have you been out to the actual distillery?
I have not been to the actual distillery.
It's unbelievable. I actually got these. I thought it'd be fun to drink out of these today.
These are cool.
These are their
These are really cool.
their signature glasses that I think you can only get there, but pretty sweet.
Oh, some flakes in there. I like these.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Super
High quality.
cool. I always fill my old fashioned up to the W. My wife says that's way too much.
So, to the top of W or the bottom of the
Bottom
W?
of the W.
Bottom of the W is bourbon.
Yep.
I mean,
I think that's right.
yeah.
Right? All right. So speaking of which, why don't we start with the bourbon?
Okay.
So $35. I mean, usually like 30 to 35. Super easy, super affordable. 46%. So we're right under.
I do love the bottle too. You know, I think Smoke Wagon, love those. But I do love the High West bottle. I love. So the glasses kind of mimic the bottle. I see what they did here.
Yep. At first, I
see.
actually thought that it was a bottle, but then I realized they're a little bit bigger.
A touch.
But and they just redid all their labels, which I think their new labels are super nice. I like how clean they are.
They're very clean.
Love the art.
And what I like about this, it's you can find it.
You can find it.
It's very consistent.
Like I got all 3 of these at one liquor store. I mean, and paid.
Don't tell anybody what liquor store that is.
Yeah. I mean, and I think I paid like $130 for all 3. Like that's amazing. All right, so this is their bourbon.
Again, before lunch. Here we go.
Here we go. It's so good.
Clean.
Yep, it's kind of got that like almost like a honey citrusy, lemony.
A little sweet to it.
Yeah.
I like
Really
about it, like,
good.
It's very drinkable. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit too drinkable.
I know, like I could get into a lot of trouble if I was like working late at night, have a bottle of that next to me.
Next thing you know, half the bottle's gone. You're working with the shit.
I've filled up to the W 14 times. Yeah, that's really dang good. Really good. So they actually don't do a whole lot of other bourbons, and I thought I would ask you, do you know what makes a bourbon versus a whiskey?
Isn't it? It's like it has to be 51% corn.
That's number 1. You got it. 51% corn.
I don't know number 2.
Now the other ingredients can like vary. You can have like wheat, barley, you know.
Oh wait, time out. I might know number 2. Is it in a charred barrel?
Yes, it has to be a charred oak barrel, but it has to be a brand new one.
Brand new
It can
one.
never
Yeah,
be used before.
it can't be used again.
So that's why like places like, you know, there are other distilleries
Where the hell are they getting all these barrels? Is my question.
I've always wondered that. Like, they have to buy hundreds of thousands of them.
Well, I know that they kind of recycle them. They use them for. I mean, people buy them and use them for beer. People use them for wine.
Yep. You've got like the bourbon ale, like the Kentucky bourbon ale.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like it's a lot of barrels.
I mean, yeah, they're just churning these things out, buying them by the hundreds of thousands somewhere. So I wonder if like there's one place that's selling these to all the distilleries, or if like they have their own places that are making barrels specifically for
I want to buy stock in that place. So can you take what can you? I mean, can whiskey be? Can you use those charred barrels for whiskey?
Yep. And you
So
can
maybe
use
they're
them over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
so maybe they're repurposing them that way.
Yep. And so now I will say this: you can also take a bourbon, age it in a new charred oak barrel,
Okay.
and then you'll see this a lot where after they take it out of that, then they'll put it in like a maple
Yeah.
barrel or what. So you can barrel it more than once, but it has to be
start.
It has to be aged for a minimum of 2 years in a new charred oak barrel.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty interesting. And then it has to be when it's distilled, it cannot be distilled above 160 proof. So like it can't go above that. And then they have to water that down if they want to put it in the barrel because it can't go into the barrel over 125
Yeah, if
proof.
it goes past 160, we're talking about gasoline.
Which I have had a 156 proof whiskey.
What was it?
It's called Obtainium. It's from Canada, and it will
called You're Going to Die.
Oh, doesn't the word Obtainium kind of sound like something nuclear?
It sounds scary. I wasn't a part of that.
Right. Yeah. It's actually drinkable and it's quite good, but we'll save that for another time. Maybe the next one I need to do is like crazy high proof.
Okay, we do high proof stuff. Did you ever drink Everclear in college?
You know what?
Lindsay did.
Lindsay did. I didn't have Everclear, but I did have
grain
moonshine,
alcohol,
like moonshine that like somebody made, like apple pie moonshine. That was like the first one I had, and it literally tasted like gasoline with a little bit of apple in there.
Yeah, it will take you where you want to go real fast.
Real fast, like after one sip. Okay, so they don't have a whole lot of bourbons like we were just talking about. Oh, I forgot. The most important thing, especially on today, bourbon can only be made in America.
There you go.
There is no other bourbon from any other place in the world. That is America only.
4th of July edition. Happy birthday, America.
There we go.
Makes sense.
Okay, so now we're going to a non-bourbon. Yep. So what makes a rye is just
no idea.
Literally, rye is going to be the top ingredient. You know, over that 51% corn. So it can be, you can have a 60% rye and 40%
So I'm guessing
corn.
a double rye has double, like a ton of rye.
It's got a lot of rye in it. Yep. So let's give this one a sip. 46% as well. Ooh, I love that pop. Right? So both of these are, again, in like that $35 range. The double rye, which I love, hint, hint, for an old fashioned. Because typically old fashions to me, I like them to be a little bit more on the rye side. Because that helps. To me, it brings out the flavor more than doing a bourbon.
And not the sweet side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's give her a ride.
Let's give her a ride. So different, right? But it's sweet. It's not like bitter. It's very sweet, like almost like floral.
Very floral, like a botanical taste to it.
Yep. It still has like that honey kick of the honey notes of the bourbon, but
it doesn't have that bite.
No.
Of bourbon.
No, it's not as cinnamony as the bourbon.
Very, very smooth. And I can see it why it would lend itself to an old fashioned because it has those flavors and those flowers and all that stuff. Like
really,
I don't think
mixed drink would be good with that.
Yeah, like and you wouldn't want to put a lot of sweetener or anything in that. I don't think because it has those flavors in it.
Yeah, like you could do more instead of doing just like simple syrup. You could do like a maple syrup.
Yeah,
like that gives
a dash.
Just a tiny dash. That's really good.
Which I like because maple syrup is just better for you and natural.
I've actually switched over to maple syrup.
Have you? No.
I was doing. Like when I can, I just make simple syrup.
Sure.
Just melting down sugar in a pot.
Yeah.
But when I'm running out, I just go out and buy it. And then I saw someone that had used maple syrup, got on that kick, and I've been on it ever since.
We need to get a hold of Nikki and have her send us some maple syrup from her farm.
Yes.
And we'll do a little tutorial on old fashions with their maple syrup.
It's a great idea. Absolutely. Okay, so now we're moving on to the limited edition. Now this one's a little bit harder to find. This is called Rendezvous Rye. And,
I really like that one.
Oh man, this is a kill. This is just
like that one.
Really, really good. And here's the great thing about Rendezvous. I say it's a little bit more hard to find. It's not like a Weller. It's not impossible.
No, you can
most
find it.
Larger scale liquor stores are going to have this.
It.
And this is more in like the $60 range where those are like 30s. But again, love the new label. Mm-hmm. Super cool. I've actually got.
Why'd they switch up the labels? Just time? How old is this brand?
You know what?
Do we know?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think it's super old, but I mean, there's no telling what I know. I know nothing.
Well, Connor can maybe flash up the date on there of when they started, but Rendezvous.
I really like
Still 46, so we're just solid at 46% alcohol.
That's just kind of what they
all
have.
of
That's kind of what they do.
Yep. They're like, we're going to stay consistent. Now, they have another brand, or another offering, I guess I'll call it, called Midwinter Nights Dram. Have you ever had that?
I've had it in Utah, actually.
Okay, so that's kind of like their Pappy, their like extremely limited, once-a-year release. I've had a bottle of it once, but I can't even really tell you exactly what all the notes are because I've only had it a couple times, but I really want to get my hands on another bottle of that. So Rendezvous, I feel like would be a rye that you're going to sip and you're not going to mix into an old-fashioned.
Yeah. How much is that bottle?
That's like 60, 65, something like that. Super, like, way smooth on the nose.
Got a little smoky flavor to it.
Deeper, like it's like a darker flavor. I wonder like how it even actually kind of
looks
darker. I don't know if you
darker.
can see that in the bottle cam, but it does look a little bit darker. You can? Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, that's staying good. I think out of the three though, I mean, well, I guess I'll say this is my favorite. Out of these two though, I think still I like the bourbon better. Just like on its own as a sipper.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you can pour any three of them on me, and I'm not gonna complain at all. I really do.
Yeah. High West, absolutely amazing. And now,
we're talking. We've been Smoke Wagon out of Nevada. We've done High West out of Utah. I mean, there's a big push of bourbon kind of all over the country.
You can't just like keep it all in Kentucky. There are some incredible bourbons, and we might have to take this out, I'm not sure, but they distill theirs. They actually make theirs there. This is not MGP. They're actually distilling their own.
Bottled by High West Distillery, Park City, Utah.
Okay, so maybe it is MGP because it would say distilled. No, it says Isaac Winter blending and distilling manager. And master distiller. Yeah, it's distilled there.
There you go.
I know because we saw the stills when we went there. So, all right, I got one more special surprise. I'm gonna let you pop that. Pop yourself an ice cube.
Oh, we're really doing it now.
Oh, we're really doing it now.
This is a pet peeve of mine in the office. When they don't fill it all the way to the top, I lose my mind.
Listen, maybe this has to be off the record, but
No,
my wife
my
wife fills it up to like halfway, and it's just about enough to drive me out of my mind.
Last week went over there, and there was one that was literally, I mean, I don't even know if they put water in it.
Okay, so when I was out collecting this, I found this little fun guy that I thought we'd try out. It's the High West Old Fashioned.
Barrel finished cocktail.
Yep, pre-made. We're doing a High West day. I'm like, you know what? Let's try a pre-made cocktail.
Did you know they made those?
I had seen them before, but I don't think I actually knew.
The pre-made cocktails usually scare me because
they're very syrupy. Usually.
Very sweet.
Yes, very sweet, very syrupy. We've been singing the praises of Smoke Wagon all morning, so let's see if this says it makes 6 for you and me. I think that'd be about 1.5 each.
Yeah.
Good?
Yep.
Just do a little sipper.
Let me see this thing.
It's a great little bottle.
It's awesome.
Looks like it's from the Old West. Thing's awesome.
It does. It does look like it's from the Old West. It's either like medicine in here or just full of bourbon.
Yep.
That was.
I'd carry that. I'd carry that around with me.
Barrel finish pours made with straight rye whiskey, straight bourbon whiskey, and bitters.
Okay. So they do a little bit of bourbon and rye in there.
This is really, really cool. How much was this thing?
$20. 25.
Not bad.
And they have a bigger one that was 50.
43% alcohol. 86 proof. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give her a go here.
On to the cocktails.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a big morning here at Outsiders.
You don't have to spin it that much. It's already pre-made.
I know. I like it really chilled though.
That is true. And these cups were in my car for a really long time.
I like it chilled. I like to spin it. So I like to get it really cold. Give it a little chance.
Mm-hmm. Open it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what, here's what I would do.
Okay. I'm listening.
I would pour this, and then I'd probably pour another half a shot in there. Dilute some of the bitters, but I will give them this. It's not that sweet. They did a really good job with it.
I've had, like we said
I've had
earlier.
some that literally came out like syrup.
Yes. You know what this screams to me? I don't know why. Christmas. It feels like something you'd want at Christmas. It's like very cinnamony.
It would actually be a great Christmas gift.
It would be a great Christmas gift. Like that literally tastes like something you'd want to drink at Christmas.
I mean, I want to drink a lot of things at Christmas, but this would be high on the list.
We still need to do our eggnog.
We will. I mean, once we get closer, what month is this? We got a long way.
Well, it's the 4th of July.
We got a long way to go.
Yeah.
We got a long way to go. But yeah, we should run this back for Christmas and put this in some eggnog and a whole setup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely more on the cinnamon
winter side of bourbon drinking.
Than that like crazy sweet syrup taste.
I like it.
But you know what? Listen, High West, solid from top to bottom.
High West, well done. Can't wait to be out there scanning it at Park City this winter. Hopefully stop by. Big fan.
Love it.
I feel like I'm getting out of Kentucky and venturing out to these other places.
Listen, out west is where it's at. And speaking of which, 4th of July, last thing, I got a little 4th of July present for you.
Okay.
I hope you know what this is.
I don't know. No way. Look at this.
Is that not a beautiful bottle?
I mean, we're singing our praises to these people.
I know.
They're amazing, though.
I know.
I mean, look at that.
You can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong.
Smoke Wagon. They just released this?
Brand new release. I've been looking everywhere. I was like, I've got to get Jay a bottle of the American flag.
Where'd you find it?
Close by.
Well said. Close by, but didn't give up his place. Well, thank you. This is
Absolutely.
That's amazing. So good.
Gotta love it. All right, happy 4th. You got to go what? Drink beer with Jason now?
Me and Jason, now we're going to go drink 4th of July beers. So my day is shot.
Love it.
Have to get an Uber home.
Love it. Well, stay safe out there, everybody. Enjoy the fireworks. God bless America. See y'all.